How's it going, guys? Oddly Unorthodox back for another Total Warhammer 3 video. This time not playing the favoured Wood Elves, but instead going to try out the High Elves in this game. As you can see, there is some similarities in the builds. I did go for 3 of the high tier archers, one being the Regents of the Renown version, and then triple Silvering Guard, double Lothran Sea Guard, Reaper Claw Bolt Thrower. Actually, I think it's called the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower for the High Elves, and then 2 of the Alien Reavers, I believe they're called, to just sort of sweep the back and make sure I don't get caught too much. And obviously we're using Alariel the Radiant. I did mention it the other day, so straight away it looks like I was extremely lucky, and the enemy brought 2 flying units, and Alariel obviously has the Vortex ability, which you'll see, Tempest, sorry, which I mentioned in a video the other day about how beneficial it is and how good it actually is. So we set the artillery to take shots at the Witch Elves. Any damage we can do to them is quite nice. We don't really want them getting to us unscathed, if possible. As you can see, it's chipping away at them. Slow damage, nothing too amazing. And then we go over here. We bait out the Black Dragon and Marathi, and then this is our first strike. So we catch them with it here, and then we just absolutely unload with the Everqueen Quartz Guard. And you just see Marathi gets absolutely tanked. She tries to Doombolt me, but I juke away from it. As you can see, Marathi's put out of action quite quickly. She did pop a Soul Stealer, but she only really caught Alariel and these guys. We do take the breath attack, but it's fine. We bring the Illyrian Reavers over just to sort of cover for those as they get back and get a heal. The Lothran Sea Guards, you know, they'll shoot their little bows first, do what damage they can, and then I'll run them into melee in a second just to keep the Witch Elves at bay. So we do get some coming from this angle, which I didn't really notice, but the Silvering Guards doing what they do best, and they are just holding, which is all I really use them for. Do we hit her with another one? Yep, we get her with a second one here, but I believe she's just out of range for my archery, which is a shame. But now we focus purely on trying to get rid of this Black Dragon, who's going to be a bit of a nightmare if we let him run amok. So we send some units over, you know, we send the Reavers over to break off these Witch Elves as soon as possible. And then we send these Reavers over just to try and get the Black Dragon off and back up the Sisters of Avalon. I don't see the second squad of Witch Elves, but it's fine. We get a little bit caught there, but we're about to tie both of these up purely with the Reaver. Is that another soul? No, that's the Miasma she's dropped there. I do drop a Star of Avalon on these Silvering Guard because they were getting absolutely chunked, but they run out of it. But I pop quite a few spells and buffs on these guys, even an Earthblood as well, just to keep them going because they're holding like 4 squads up by themselves there. So we make our move back over because we don't really want to get caught in a crossfire with those Iron Hail Gunners. But as you can see, we are still chasing after this Marathi. And that's my problem. I was going to cast the Stay of Avalon thinking it was a cast on an opponent ability, when actually it's a AoE around you ability. So the more you know. I've never used Alariel before, but I thought it'd be quite interesting just to have a game. The Reaper Bolt Thrower is still putting shots in, trying to catch. I will call it the Eagle Claw eventually. And then we back up here, bring the Sisters of Avalon back. Luckily, he doesn't realise he has these Witch Elves here. I send Alariel to, there you go, he notices now, to try and stop them in their tracks. The Black Dragon is being quite a tenacious creature. But this is fine. We've got more coming over now. These guys broke off the Witch Elves and some other things, and now they're running back. You know, we drop an Earthblood down just to keep them a little bit healthy. The dragon's still causing me quite a few issues. Maybe I made a change at the end of this game. Well, at the start of the game, sorry, when I was creating the army, because I realised I didn't really have anything elite in the army that I wanted to Star of Avalon. And I changed it, but there's like a ready-in bug that I changed it while I was readied up. It's not a bug, it's me being an idiot. And basically what I did, I dropped one of the Reavers and dropped one of the Sisters of Avalon and brought the Fire Princes, which would have been amazing to deal with the dragon and such. So that is a big recommendation that I'd make already. That using that would have helped a lot, if I'm honest. Marafi's still causing a few problems there, but you know she's really sort of out of action for the minute. We pepper these Hagenef executioners, make sure they can't do much more because they're doing great work. And then yeah, I really could have done with some like Dragon Princes just to really sort of deal with these large threats. So if you are planning to build an army like this using a L'Ariel, or you'll probably see me using her a lot more now. You know, I do like to delve into other armies, bring in Dragon Princes, or even the Fireborn, I believe they're called, the Regent the Renown variant, is an option. I mean, even bringing a Dragon might be an option, and using a L'Ariel to heal it. I'm not sure how good the Dragons are. I know some big units are quite clanky, so I don't know if the High Elf Dragon is an exception to this, or... But we break off that dragon there. That dragon is toast. We're just going to put enough shots into him to kill him, or at least shatter him, mainly because I don't want it coming back and attacking me from behind when I least expect it. So, and now I realise I need to deal with Marafi. Marafi's being quite an annoyance. These Silvering Guard, you know, they are expensive for 800 gold, but just look how long they just stand there being hit. Really good unit. And I'm guessing that's a Doom Bolt? Oh no, Pit Shades. I don't know if she dropped a second Soul Stealer. I imagine she must have gotten the healing. But, you know, at this moment it's pretty much done. My Dwarven ally and Undead ally have sort of cleaned up round here. You know, they're struggling to deal. Yeah, he's getting absolutely ran over. So this would have been, in my opinion, quite a nice, well-rounded army. A big exception to this is just get rid of one of the squads of Sisters of Avalon, be it the Regent Renown version or just a normal squad. Drop one squad of the Reavers and then maybe bring the Fireborn. As you can see, we deal Marafi here. We capture another Tempest. And then you see she shatters. She's had enough. She's leaving. And then we just sort of, you know, these Silvering Guards still just did, you know, they held, they killed 200 units nearly and still managed to hold. So this is the end of it. I'll speed it up. There's nothing really to watch here. You know, they all shatter, they all break. Triggers army losses. They are pretty, those arrows, when they fire them, though. I've got to give it to them. Now let's have a look at the sort of values that we got. Obviously the Sisters of Avalon are no Weight Watchers, but in all fairness they did do a good job, so I can't fault that. The Silvering Guard, one of them got demolished, but I'm pretty sure I got caught in a Pit of Shades, but really did the job of just standing there and trying to keep stuff busy. The Lothran Sea Guard, they sort of did their job. That squad just sort of got demolished, and that squad did alright, did its value, so you know, we take those. And the two squads of Reavers, yeah, did about right for sort of what I expected. L'Ariel did quite decent as well, but I am going to try some different lords and see how I feel in the High Elf roster. Right, thank you for watching this, guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe if you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.